When you attend high school, you get excited since you get to wear whatever you want. Wrong. There are restrictions to what you're allowed to wear at school. Nimitz has people who violate the dress code with minor offenses, and then there's others who really break the dress code.
Dan, now, of course, Salinas High had a dress code before. There's a standard for the district, but school officials here at Salinas High say now they've pinpointed problem items that could cause complications for students and parents. From shirts and hats to hair ties, tougher dress code enforcement at Salinas High.
And statistically, back over the several years, you'll see points where we really have some severe gang issues.
School officials are cracking down on specific items of clothing known to be affiliated with gangs.
You know, you look like a duck, you walk like a duck, you dress like a duck, you're a duck. And I'm sorry, when you dress a certain way, it says a lot.
Police helped pinpoint items for Principal Michael Romero.
It's sad that someone cannot wear certain types of clothing, but they have been proven to be associated with criminal street gangs and gang activity.
The person who is not involved in gangs wearing that is subject to being harassed, intimidated, or beaten. Okay? And that's the message I think parents need to understand.
Now they'll also need to know what's not allowed. Pro and college team apparel, items referencing any geographic areas, and just about anything blue and red.
It doesn't fix the disease, it just covers the symptoms. I think we're still going to have the same gang problem.
Sophomore Grace Davis wore a blue shirt and red belt on Wednesday, something that will soon have to be a thing of the past.
We're just going to be angry at the administration, and I don't think that's the way to go.
A lot of people are very unique with their style, and they like to show that with their style and who they are. And I think that's very wrong if they're taking that away from us, because hats, sunglasses, you can't wear hairbands that have blue or red on them.
Now, police say this is all about perception. If someone is perceived to be wearing clothing that's gang associated, they could be targeted, whether that's right, Dan, or wrong.
Hey, Brittany, this brings up a wide variety of questions, and they're going to have to clarify that, right? I mean, because I know people at home are saying, well, what about blue jeans? What about all of that stuff?
That's right. I don't believe that this applies to jeans because they're kind of considered a neutral, but the school officials here will be talking to parents and students this week and the following week, because Monday is when this dress code takes effect, and that's when we could see most of the problems here at Salinas High. Dan.
Tell the guys behind you hello for me, and we'll see them Friday at the pit.
I'll do it.
Thank you. A student assembly is planned for Friday as well, and that's when they're going to try and talk to the kids about, they want them to better understand the dress code, and they're going to talk about details as to what's good and what's not. The parent night, where they can talk to parents about it, is scheduled for next week. Now, we have the complete dress code. If you'd like to see it, we put it up on our website. You'll find it at ksbw.com.
Since I work at the school, I see what she wears before she leaves. Therefore, I would check her before we leave for school. Maybe if kids were given a little more freedom in what they could wear, shorts, etc., and as long as it's appropriate, I think there shouldn't be a dress code. Yes, I approve of what my child wears to school.
And Chambersburg teen has been sent to home 3 out of 7 days of this school year for inappropriate clothing. The school's new principal says while it may not have been consistently done in the past, he and the staff will enforce the school's dress code. WHAG Sujatha Khandelwal reports.
Like so many high school teens, Kelsey Sawyers enjoys fashion and expressing herself through it. But this year, her sense of style has been getting her in trouble.
I don't really understand why I've been getting sent home, because I keep myself covered up pretty much, you know. everything.
Chambersburg Area Senior High School's new principal says he and the staff are enforcing the district's dress code strictly.
Over 99% of the kids and parents that have those kids are supporting the school district, the school board, me, and the policy here.
Kelsey was sent home twice last week for these two outfits. While she had a chance to change her clothes, her father says that wasn't an option.
On Friday when she was dismissed, my wife did speak to the faculty and told them that she would not be returning to school with a change of clothes because it would be admitting that she had done something wrong.
And Kelsey says that she was given different reasons for why her clothing wasn't appropriate.
First they'd say my skirt was too short, and then a few minutes later they say my top was too low.
Chapel says it's the elected school board that sets the dress code.
In its strictest sense, the parents have set this rule for the school because the school board members are elected by the parents. So really, we're just following what really the parents in the community wants.
A code, he says, students will have to abide by in the strictest fashion. In Chambersburg, Sajatha Khandelwal, WHAG News.
Now, Kelsey's parents say they plan to raise their concerns at a future school board meeting, and Kelsey says she's prepared for disciplinary action.
Hi, my name is Veronica. I'm the receptionist here at Nimitz. And how do we enforce dress code? The best answer for that, I think, is having consequences. Number one is, I guess, depending on what they're wearing. First of all, they should already know the rules and know what they can and cannot wear. But if they do wear something that's inappropriate for school, there should be consequences. And depending on their behavior or their reaction towards what they're going to do, like if they don't want to change or if they do want to change, then the consequences should go from there. If a student refuses to change, I feel the first thing that we need to do is call the parents. If the parents aren't able to bring a change of clothes or if they don't answer, then they should probably be sent to ISS. That way they won't be in the classroom and they won't be a distraction. I think that there definitely should be a dress code everywhere because it causes a distraction, especially for the females. Their dresses can't be too short and they can't show too much cleavage because it'll be a distraction in the classroom. And for the guys, it really bothers me when they wear their pants halfway down their butts and you can see all their underwear. It's just inappropriate and looks very unprofessional.
Hi, I'm Renee, and I think people break the dress code because it really just depends on like seasons or whatever, and like you wouldn't want to wear like a long sleeve shirt if it's hot, and so I'm pretty sure you want to wear like a tank top, and that's not allowed here, and so people are going to do it anyways. I think I like the dress code, except I feel like we should be able to express ourselves a little more throughout our clothes. Okay, I don't think you should wear short shorts that show all your business because it's pretty much disrespectful to yourself, and you shouldn't show your cleavage as well because that's also disrespectful. I think we should be able to wear some different types, like different short lengths, because pants, regular jeans can get quite boring, but you shouldn't have to wear really short shorts either. I would probably wear a onesie, if anything, pajamas really, Just come to school comfortable for me.
In about 2 weeks, APS students head back to school, but some schools have changed their dress codes.
Action 7 News reporter Amber Lee is live at El Dorado High in northeast Albuquerque to tell us about the changes.
Well, Doug Shelley here at El Dorado High School. When school starts, male and female students will no longer get to wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts similar to the top that I'm holding up here. Instead, school administrators are now asking that students wear tops with sleeves. So that means either short sleeve tops or something long sleeve. Starting this school year, 3 APS high schools have tweaked the dress code. Students can no longer wear tops without sleeves. That means no tank tops during school hours.
Students are wearing more and more revealing clothing, and it's very distracting to the educational process, and it's something we deem inappropriate for school.
El Dorado High School Principal Martine Sandoval says this change will be announced next week during student registration and orientation.
So that way they hear from me directly exactly what the expectation is. That way there's no mystery as to what the new dress code involves.
Other schools also requiring shirts with sleeves are La Cueva and Volcano Vista High Schools. When Action 7 News informed some of these students about the dress code, the feelings were mixed.
I see no problem with it. You know, we're inside most of the day at school. There's the 30-minute break and the 7-minute periods between classes.
It's really hot here in the summer, and if you're like wearing longer sleeve things, it's too hot.
Sandoval says if students violate the dress code, they will be asked to change, and their parents will also be notified. Right now, all APS schools do not allow students to sag their pants, show their underwear, midriffs, or wear spaghetti straps. So this new policy is in addition to the school's existing dress code. APS says each school is allowed to customize its dress code depending on the community. In Northeast Albuquerque, Amber Lee, KOAT Action 7 News.
APS says each school's dress code also applies to faculty and staff.